Hey everyone, this is Selena. It has been a hot minute since I've gone live. I'm excited to come on today and talk about two reasons why you're not generating clients on LinkedIn. And I think this is just the basic topic, right? I'm Selena Guerrero. I'm a sales and LinkedIn coach, consultant, and trainer. And I help people, well, I should say, I help service based businesses, consultants use LinkedIn to build their brand, find new opportunities, and convert those opportunities into clients. And the work that I do is really centered on how do we actually use this pretty amazing tool to build relationships in an online environment as opposed to needing to always be in front of people. And of course, for so many of us, we work nationally, some of us work even globally. And with nearly, I think, 900 million members in LinkedIn, like the world is at our fingertips. And so all of those opportunities are there. But then how do we actually connect with people that could be our clients and build relationships and turn them into clients? So with that said, I think I'm just going to dive into the two reasons why you're not generating clients on LinkedIn. All right. So here are the three things that you're going to need in order to have a successful LinkedIn strategy to generate clients. And that is number one, you're going to need content. You're going to need to be able to share your authority and build your expertise on this platform. It's a huge opportunity for you to do that. So sharing some content is going to really, really accelerate your ability to um, share, like build trust essentially. Like I'm sitting here on a live, I'm sharing, this is considered content. And if you're listening to this, you're thinking, oh, okay, hopefully you're thinking she knows what she's talking about. And so content is the first. The second is connections, right? I'm gonna talk a little bit about that in a second. And I also want to talk about conversations, okay? So these are the three pillars, all right? And when we think about the two primary reasons why you may not be generating clients using LinkedIn, the first is that you probably don't have a lot of connections, or you might have a lot of connections, but if you actually look at the percentage of those people that are your ideal client, it could be 10%. So many of us have, decades worth of time here on LinkedIn. And the fact of the matter is if you look at the history of, you can see that my career history in people, right? I have the arts people, and I have the DEI people and the tech people. I have all of these different people with whom I built relationships over the years. And so what percent is actually my client today? And so that's the question you really want to ask yourself. And when you think about that, what often happens is if you are sharing content, you could be sharing content with the same 100 people, with the same 50 people. And you're really basically sort of talking into a bubble. And so it's going to limit your ability to reach new audiences, right? So the first thing we need in a sales pipeline, in terms of getting people into our world to be able to have conversations with them, and then some of them are going to become clients, is simply visibility. And so if they're not following you, the chances that they're going to see your content, if you're not first connections with each other, the chances that they're going to see your content are kind of small, because maybe somebody I'm connected with is going to like my content and it's going to show up in someone else's feed, but I'm really relying on other people's activities to get my content in front of new eyes. But if I'm going out and identifying people that I want to be first connections with, this is going to expand the number of people that could potentially see my content. Okay. We have to be able to always fill our room that we're creating on LinkedIn with new people, right? And the fact is, you might have a lot of potential ideal clients, but at some point they might have already become your clients and you're going to need new people. So there are lots of ways to generate new connections. It's people that you know, people that you've met, people that you find meet the criteria of your ideal client. There are a lot of different categories to find people to connect with. So I think the number one reason you're not generating leads on LinkedIn or clients is you're just not connecting with enough people that they're going to see your content or that you have the ability to build a relationship with. It's in some ways a little bit of a numbers game. I'm not really into like we need thousands of people, but I do feel like what happens is that we rely so much on posting content and not enough on building our network. So the second thing that reason that you're not generating clients on LinkedIn would be that you're not actually now doing anything with those individuals that you're connected to. So you're actually not starting conversations, right? So for example, let's say I connect with 1,000 new people, right? I think what happens is that we are relying on the algorithm to show our content to them. We're relying on the algorithm to show our content to these thousands of new people, this 1,000 new people that you've connected with. But social media isn't efficient, right? It's inefficient. The algorithm isn't going to share all of your content with all of your connections, okay? And so again, whereas in the first scenario, we're relying on other people to like our content so that it shows up in other people's feeds. In the second scenario, we tend to over rely on the algorithm to get our content in front of our existing connections. And so the way to solve that inefficiency of social media is to start conversations with these 1,000 new people, right? Okay, maybe that number is a little high. So, but the idea is that the second reason you're not generating those clients is because again, if you just have like a room full of potential clients, but you're not engaging with them in any way, you're not commenting on their content, you're not starting conversations in the DMs, the reliance is really on them to hopefully see your content and learn more about you and then potentially reach out to you. I think we have an over reliance often on somehow magically the algorithm is going to get in front of our new connections, or that the people that that somehow our content is going to get to new people without us actually connecting with them. And so a couple of ways where you can start conversations certainly is industry news. You could have a very specific problem that you solve based on like timing, changes in the industry, for example. It could be something that they shared and you want to comment on that. It could be you created a poll and they've responded and you can start a one-to-one conversation in the DMs. But this idea is that the reasons that you're not generating clients on LinkedIn is because you're putting the responsibility on other people to share your content in order to get visible. And you're putting a reliance on the algorithm to share your content to even your own existing connections. And so in order for us to activate to make sure that we're actually visible with those connections in front of those people is to actually connect with more people and make sure we're starting one-to-one conversations. If you're interested in this topic and you really want to learn more, I am starting a new cohort of L5X, which is my LinkedIn course. It's going to start May 31st through June 28th. It's 5 Wednesdays in a row. And if you're interested, you can go to link5x.com. You can see that below. But I hope this was helpful, and I hope that it opens your eyes to the reality that you do really want and basically need content, connections, and conversations in order to successfully generate clients using LinkedIn. I hope you're having a great day. It was fun to come on live again. I think I'm going to start doing this a little more often. And I hope to see you around. And you can always DM me or ask me questions anytime. Bye.